cleared for takeoff runway.
Okay, we're
26
recording.
left.
We're back in Flight
Foxtrot,
Sim
Oscar,
2024
X-ray.
with my newly updated computer. Yes, I replaced the CPU. So far, I've replaced the graphics card and the CPU all by myself. And both times I put the machine back together and it worked. It's like, holy crap, what's going on here? Now I can't get my headset centered. It's one of the things that bugs me. Come on. Okay, hold on. If I can get it centered and then hold it for a couple seconds, it decides that I mean it. Alright, let's get centered in the cockpit. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And before we fly, let's check our settings, shall we? I'll just get us in the air first. Now let's check some settings. That's one thing about the Pimax Super. It's really clear. I mean, wow. Let's go to VR settings. And video super resolution set to quality. Now, earlier this evening I tried that just after I put the computer back together, and I seemed to be getting about 29 or 30 frames per second. I thought, oh my God, what have I done? But I think Windows might have been downloading something, because the last little flight I did, I had like 45 frames per second, which is better than I had with the previous CPU, which is an i9900. Now I've got an i9900K. I've got reprojection mode set on. Now I always heard that this didn't work. To improve the smoothness of your experience. Maybe we'll just turn that off and see what happens. NVIDIA Reflex low latency reduces system latency and increases PC responsiveness. Well, that sounds good. God knows my PC could use a little digital Viagra. Global rendering quality, that's set to custom. What about VR mode? Oh, those are just controls and stuff. Now, the last flight I did, I tested the Piper Tomahawk. I tested the Piper Tomahawk in terms of flight modeling, and I could not get it to spin. I mean, it would flip over into a spin, kind of, even power on, but then it just wanted to fly out. I mean, power on spins in real life are a scary thing. You got to kind of know what you're doing. Frame rate multiplier. Well, I guess we could try multiplying it by 3 instead of 2. Now, what's under general here? That is general, okay. What about flight? Oh, here's my flight model. It's just sitting right in front of me there. If I can just get my mouse over there. There we go. I've got it set for realistic. Yeah, everything's set 100% for realistic. I don't know. Let's give this a try, and I probably won't be able to tell you what my frames per second are until we're watching the video. I hope it works then. Alright, here we are. Let's take the parking brake off. There we go, parking brake's off. Mix is full rich, throttle up. A little bit of right rudder, we'll rotate it about 55 or 60 knots. Rudder is really sensitive on this airplane. No flaps on, so I don't need to worry about turning them off. Let's just set a climb right here with trim. Okay, I don't have any nausea or anything, but I can't read the iPad or whatever that is on the right hand side. I'm just just going to readjust the headset till everything looks good. Oh, that's better. I just had to get it in a little tighter to my eyes. I think I may need glasses, so I might have to get one of those eyeglass inserts. My eyesight's about 20/25 in one eye and 20/30 in the other, so yeah, it's not perfect. Foveated rendering set to quality. I don't know, it doesn't look all that great. Well, shoot the cat. Let's just do a landing here. When you're flying over Gatwick, it's obviously not as busy as London proper, which would be a frame rate killer for me probably. But I am somewhat surprised at the frame rate I'm getting out of this. The visual quality is a little bit less than I hoped. Not sure why that is. It's got to be in my settings, but I'm going to have to check the settings in Pimax EVO instead of Pimax Play. Now it's Pimax EVO in kind of a beta test. And I'll check my settings in the game and with NVIDIA DLSS. I know DLSS may reduce it a bit, but I'm very curious to see what my frame rate is. And we won't know until we get into flat screen again. So once we start recording or stop recording and then watch this video, we'll have a pretty good idea. So we're about a mile out from the runway. That's good. We'll throttle back a bit because we've been climbing, which I don't like. You're not supposed to climb downwind. Oh well. This too shall pass. Let's get airspeed down. I think my next purchase is not going to be a new computer because they're too expensive. I think what I'm going to do is buy a force feedback joystick. That would make it, I hope it would make it easier to trim the airplane, more like real life. Okay, I've throttled back a bit more. I want to keep the airspeed in the green. I don't want to get too fast. We're in a little bit close still. That's okay, I'll just do a slipping turn. Power off, basically. We'll slip and then I'll put the flaps on once I'm straight pointed at the runway. I don't think it's a good idea to put flaps on in a turn. Just watch the airspeed like a hawk. A little bit up there on me. One notch of flaps. Trim for it, trim for it. I don't want to slip with flaps on, so we're going to use a lot of this runway. Airspeed's looking okay. We'll use a lot of runway here, it doesn't matter. Oops, another notch of flaps, that's what I want. Let's get over the center line here if we can. Never a guarantee when I'm flying. Hold it off. Okay, now we can let the nose down. Apply some brakes. Look at the scenery. Yeah, I don't know. The tower doesn't look that great to me. I'm not seeing any artifacting, but I don't know. I'm not convinced it's a lot better than my 3090 was. But I think I am getting more frames per second, because with the 3090 I actually and the i9900, when I first started playing Flight Sim 2024 with the widescreen Pimax, I actually got nauseous in it because my frame rate was so low. Right now it looks pretty good. As I turn this way, I don't know. It's got Tobii eye tracking. That's the best thing about it, but sometimes there can still be a little bit of lag. But if you're going to use eye tracking, you might as well use Tobii system, because it is, as I figure it, the best. All right, let's end this flight. I don't know what to say so far. I'll put in the title what frames per second I was getting, but hopefully you'll be able to see it in the video too. I don't know. I haven't had a lot of luck getting the information record on the screen, or at least seeing it while I'm flying, which would be the ideal thing. So we'll talk again soon, I hope, and thanks for putting up with me for another flight.